What?
Good evening. Maniwachoni. Thank you all for being here out in the rain. It's really exciting and encouraging to see everybody rallying together, resisting together. I'd like to introduce Lance Fisher, Northern Cheyenne. He'll be honoring us with a prayer song.
Hello everyone, I'm going to be singing a prayer song composed by Howard Badhand, and the translation goes, Grandfather, look at me, I'm standing here struggling, I am defending Grandmother Earth and I'm chasing peace.
Member of Chloe-Chasha, Oyate, Lower Brule Sioux Tribe in central South Dakota, right on the Missouri River. Thank you all for being here despite the weather, but how convenient that, for Indigenous people, our main message is Mini Wachoni, water is life, and we are being blessed with the rain right now. So thank you very much for being here. So this is what resistance is looking like and what it's becoming, and all these people from different groups all over the world are uniting and are standing up to this government to protect and defend our rights, and we deserve what's best. Indigenous people have been surviving 500 plus years of colonization and attempts to exterminate us, and we have resisted 500 plus years. I am an example of that. Lance is an example of that. Other Indigenous people here that are on the stage with me are an example of that. We've survived, and we are still here. We haven't gone anywhere. So our main fight right now is for our Indigenous rights and tribal sovereignty. That's what we are rising up right now. Our Native youth are taking a stand. They ran from Cannonball, North Dakota, all the way to D.C. to oppose a pipeline because it was going to threaten their water source. It was going to threaten their way of life. And that's what we are rising up to do, is to protect our Indigenous rights and our tribal sovereignty, and we want a seat at the table. We want to be looked at, we want to be thought of, we want to be involved in every single conversation when it comes to terms with legislative policies. We deserve that right. We have been here since the beginning. And currently right now, the main fight is to stop this pipeline and to stop other potential pipelines such as like Keystone XL. With the memorandums that were signed day 4 into this administration, that was almost like a declare of war on tribal communities, basically dehumanizing us and devaluing us and expediting the approval to go through with this construction without proper consultation. And it's a violation against human rights, it's a violation against the legal process and the protocol, and without a full implementation of an environmental impact statement. But we are rising up. We are organizing in our communities all across Turtle Island and all across the world. We are showing up in courts. We are holding our government accountable, and we are holding our congressional members accountable by continuing to be a voice. And, right now, with what Standing Rock created, it created the biggest Indigenous movement that we've seen in modern day history. We have so many nations coming together and so many allies because of it, and I thank you all for your support, and I know the Indigenous people of Turtle Island and everywhere appreciate your support as well. So keep standing with us, march with us, come to our rallies. Rising Hearts Coalition is here in DC. We are a women Indigenous-led organization helping to amplify the Indigenous voice and representation here in DC because our voices matter and we need to be heard. I just want to thank you all, and I want to invite you next week. We have a big week here in DC where Indigenous people from all over the place are coming here to unite and to be a voice and to march on Washington. The Native Nations March on Washington, March 10th, next Friday, 10 a.m. We're going to be meeting at the Army Corps National Headquarters. Please show up in solidarity, march with us to the White House, and be a voice. Let's make some noise. So I just want to end with just a real quick chant, one that's really united and has brought happiness to people who have been involved in this movement, and it started with our International Indigenous Youth Council. So when I say it, I would love for you to repeat it right after me, okay? We stand!
We stand!
For our brothers!
For our brothers!
For our sisters!
For our sisters!
We stand!
We stand!
For the land!
For the land!
For the water!
For the water!
We stand!
We stand!
For all nations!
For all nations!
We stand!
We stand!
We stand!
We stand!
We stand!
We stand!